demonstrating each non-parametric procedure, we will use a particular step-by-step method. The first method is stating the null and research hypothesis. The null hypothesis has no statistically significant difference between the sample mean of two groups. In null hypothesis, any observed difference is the result of sampling error alone, while in research hypothesis, it has statistically significant difference between the sample mean of two groups. It has a true population difference exist. The second step is set the level of risk or the level of significance associated with the null hypothesis. The significance level, denoted as alpha or A, is the probability of rejecting the null hypothesis when it is true. For instance, a significance level of 0.05 indicates a 5% risk of concluding that a difference exists when there is no actual differences. The third method is choosing the appropriate test statistics. The selection of appropriate statistical method depends on the aim and objective of the study, type and distribution of data used, and the nature of observation, if it is paired or unpaired. Fourth is to compute the test statistics. Test statistics is calculated as the pattern in your data divided by the variance to your data. In test statistics, it is used to calculate p-value of your results, helping to decide whether to reject your null hypothesis. Fifth method is to determine the value needed for rejection of the null hypothesis using the appropriate table of critical values for the particular statistics. If the test statistics is more extreme than critical value, then the null hypothesis is rejected in favor of the research hypothesis. And if the test statistics is not extreme as the critical value, then the null hypothesis is not rejected. The sixth method is comparing the obtained value to the critical value. Comparing the obtained value to the critical value allows us to identify a difference or relationship based on particular level of risk. The seventh method is interpret the results. The interpretation of results is more focused on what your analysis mean and how reliable or valid they are. The last method is reporting of the results. This involves communicating the findings of your evaluation in a manner that makes sense to your target audience. Reporting the results should simply state the findings without bias or interpretation and arrange in logical sequence. So that's all for today. Thank you for listening and God bless.
Panda. I got broads in Atlanta, just took the lean in the family. Credit cards and the scammers, hitting the licks in the band. Legacies.